What's up, everybody? This is Christian of Unique Photo, and today we're here with Sony Representative Robbie Bulilan. Today we're going to be talking about this fantastic new lens. It's the 70-200 G Master from Sony, and right off the bat, the first thing I noticed was how lightweight it is. Without having this one here present, the minute he gave it to me, it just was noticeably lighter.
That's right. I mean, like when you first lift it, there's a 28% difference in weight, right? So we're coming from 1,480 grams into 1,045 grams. So it's a pretty significant weight change in terms of the lens design. So you are not, you don't have to build as much muscle as you needed to when you were on the original 70-200 G Master. For
sure. And I mean, for anyone shooting for long periods of time, that alone is something that would make me want to get something like this or get this lens. There's also a few differences between these two lenses, and noticeably this aperture ring right here is, you know, not on the previous one. Yeah. And that is a huge difference, especially that it's declickable. So anybody out there doing videography, this goes a long way. There's also some new buttons. I'm just speaking on what's noticeable. There's some buttons on here that are not on that one. There's differences between the bodies. If you kind of look at them right off the bat, you can kind of see some changes in the way they look. But there's also a lot of internal changes within the lens that Robbie's gonna touch base on. Why don't we start with the autofocusing?
Yeah, absolutely. So the autofocusing has improved by 30%, right? It's coming from those supersonic motors that we had where it was a ring design that would have to drive through the autofocusing internally, but now we're using XD linear autofocusing system, something you would see in the newer G Master lenses. So that's the reason why, in terms of autofocusing, it could just go incredibly fast because there's 4 motors inside that's working with the camera to just snap on and catch that autofocusing, along with being extremely quiet. So when you're talking about autofocusing acquisition, even if you're racking the focus or the zoom, you're racking the zoom and you're like pulling back and you're trying to get that autofocusing, it would still be able to keep up and get those sharp shots.
Awesome, awesome. You also mentioned earlier about the actual glass.
Yeah, so there's a few things that they updated. There's now an XA lens, 2 Super ED glass and 2 ED glasses inside, as well as the nano coating here is now onto the version 2. So in terms of reducing the lens flare and getting a smoother surface area for the glass, it's improved significantly from the original G Master as well. The corner-to-corner sharpness has improved.
Okay. There's also 3 modes on it. I assume the first 2 are available on this lens?
Right, yeah, they're on the original 70-200 as well. So the first mode is for if you're staying still. The version 2, or not version 2, but the mode 2 is for panning left and right, and the third one is for erratic movement, kind of, right? So there's an algorithmic stabilization when you're trying to catch up and focus on, say, a Blue Angel's jet fighter, you know, and you're trying to keep up with all the crazy movements that it has. If it's gonna be more sporadic like that, then it would be able to account for that in the stabilization as well.
Nice. Is there anything else you want to tell us about the 70-200?
I mean, you got the D-click, right? There's a few more buttons in there as well. So you have I mean, we're all pretty accustomed. We've seen it before in the previous G Master lenses, and I'm happy to see it here with the 70-200 G Master version 2. So for videographers, that's going to be great. As with the focus breathing that you get from the new 70-200 G Master, that has been reduced significantly as well. So this is a great hybrid lens that we have available now in the market, especially when you compare it to the original G Master. Nice. And then on top of that, you do have an iris lock here. So if you wanted to stay and go into the more traditional, with the original 70-200 G Master, you didn't have the aperture ring, so you could just lock it in and it'll be pretty much the same as it was. But if you wanted to take advantage of the aperture ring, you could just take it off that iris lock and then go and jump into controlling with an aperture ring.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is pretty fantastic to say the least. The weight alone, to me, would be a good enough reason to upgrade to this lens. Usually, you know, I have a hard time saying, well, the new one's out, I'm just gonna jump into the new one, you know?
Yeah.
But every once in a while, you know, a brand, in this case Sony, just kind of steps it up to where it's just undeniably worth it. So I'm just gonna say that, you know, if anyone out there shooting weddings or events, taking really long hikes, doing wildlife, whatever the case may be, I feel like this lightweight lens would really help you. And that being said, these are available for pre-order on our website right now. I'm gonna add the link down below in the description. So if you want more information or feel like you want to pre-order it, you can do that right down below. And other than that, thank you, Robbie. I appreciate you. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon.